SK was a competitive speed skater when he was young. So if you want a buddy to watch the Winter Olympics with, I think you've got one in SK.
Unlike Alexis, I was not a champion of anything or a captain of anything. I had a great time. So my mom had just landed at O'Hare in Chicago, where I was living, and she gave me a call. She said, "Oh, hey, I just landed. I got through immigration fine, but can I come see your apartment?" And I immediately started panicking. See, your parents visiting your apartment might be a sort of regular course for many of you, but not for me. I had moved away from home when I was 12, from Korea to somewhere around Boston to attend boarding school. So we had never, visiting each other was never in the regular course of action. And being coming from a good Asian family, there was a little bit of an emotional distance between us throughout the years. We never said "I love you," or no hugging at any times. So I was afraid. I was doubly worried because I had started dating someone, and I had not mentioned that. I also definitely did not mention that I had moved in with that someone, especially because that someone was a man. So I was like, okay, let's not panic, I can do this. There's always traffic in Chicago, so I had an hour. Thankfully, my partner and I were living in a 2-bedroom apartment because people outside of New York and San Francisco can afford it. So I started going through our things in the closet. I separated all his clothes from my clothes, all my stuff on the desk, put my stuff in the other room, left his stuff in our bedroom. I felt pretty good, I thought I was being thorough, and I was ready to do this. Luckily, my partner is a consultant, so he was not home. And I had gotten the help of my sister, who I had already come out to, and told her that you need to sort of shift the subject to something, different, if that ever comes up. So my mom finally gets there with my sister. I'm giving them a tour. Oh, this is my room, the guest room. And I was embarrassed because, I was living basically like a college student. I still had my IKEA furniture, no, pictures or artwork anywhere. But it was fine, it was me. We go to the living room, and then the bedroom. This was a real test. She looks around, she's like, "Oh, this is a nice place." I'm like, "Thank you." She's a very thorough person also. She's like, "Oh, how come you took the larger bedroom? You never give up on those things usually." I was like, "Oh, no, I wanted to save some money in case I need to go to business school." And then she notices something in the corner of the room. "Oh, why is like a box of your stuff there?" I had never unpacked fully because I'm lazy. So I was like, I'm pretty close to with my roommate. My room is smaller, so he's just keeping it for me. Nice save. Then in the closet, she sees my suitcase. "Oh, how come he has your suitcase?" "Oh, I was just, lending it to him. I have a lot of suitcases, I move around every few years. He's a consultant, he needs a suitcase. He's a really nice guy, he's a friend of a friend. You should totally meet him." And my sister swoops in. She was like, "Oh, this building has a great patio. Why don't we go out?" So for the rest of our visit, we spent the time on the patio, drinking wine and catching up. Everything's all good. Fast forward a year later, I'm on the same couch in the same living room, and I decided to come out to my parents via FaceTime on Halloween because, as many within the community say, it's gay Christmas. What more appropriate day to come out to your parents? And I have felt like, since I have been with my partner for over 4 years, that it was time to share that with part of my life with my family. So I give them a call. I knew both of them, both my mother and my father would be home. They pick up. We catch up for about 20 minutes on boring things like your job and their job and whatnot. And before they were about to hang up, I say, "Oh, I'm sorry, but there's something I've been meaning to tell you for a very, very long time. I'm gay." And there's a pause for about a couple minutes. And they were like, "Oh, we knew." I was like, How? How did you find out? Well, when you were here for summer break, one of the years when you were in boarding school, you left behind a diary. And you had professed your undying love for someone named Justin Timberlake. Okay? So we thought it might be a phase or whatnot, but we always knew that it would be a possibility. Like, okay, that's part one easy. Then came part two. I had to tell them about my partner. So I said, "Oh," and I'm bringing this up because I met someone. I've been dating this person for a long time, and I wanted to introduce him to you when I go home in a month during Thanksgiving. And then they go, "Oh, is it your roommate?" At this point, I'm like, how did you know? Did my sister tell you? And they're like, "No." My mom goes, "Well, there were a couple signs, but the most telling was your phone. Because your background was with your roommate, and I knew you're not the type of person to put a picture of some of you and someone else unless it meant something very important." So I'm like, okay, this is good. I was like, "Do you have any questions?" They're like, "No, we did notice that you had. Do your friends know, and your colleagues know?" And I told them yes. I'm fully out. And they did say, "Oh, you did feel like over the past 3-4 years, you have become more comfortable and you looked happier than when you were in high school." So we laugh and we hang out, and I'm sitting there holding my partner's hand, and I felt almost cheated because it was supposed to be a very dramatic moment. I'm ready to cry, but it was almost too obvious. But thinking through things, I did feel very lucky that even though I had tried so hard to hide who I am, a part of me there was something important. That it was so obvious to those outside, to those near me, that my parents had figured it out on their own. B, I felt very, very fortunate that they were very accepting, especially given that they lived in another country where it is not as common. So, overall things were good. So I first popped open a bottle of champagne, got a little tipsy, then put on my outfit for the night. Remember, it's gay Christmas. Put on my bodysuit from American Apparel, my wigs, rainbow face paint, and walked out of my apartment as Sia, Asian Sia, no longer afraid to hide. Thank you.